today's lovely recipe. So let me take you through the ingredients for the dough. So here I am going to be using 1 cup of whole wheat flour, half a cup of yogurt or dahi or curd, approximately 1/4 cup of water, half a teaspoon of ENO, half a teaspoon of salt, and a few drops of oil. So now I'm just going to add the flour, the salt, the ENO, and just mix the dry ingredients well together. Then I'm going to add the yogurt and mix it again with all of the dry ingredients. And then I'm going to add a little water at a time and knead this to a dough, similar to a chapati dough or a roti dough. And then I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of oil. The consistency of the dough is similar to of chapati, pori or roti dough. So once that is done, just rest it for about 5 minutes. Now we're going to make this lovely filling. So here I have 1 medium onion chopped fine, which I'm going to add to a bowl. Next goes in 1 small capsicum chopped fine, 1 small tomato. I've just de-seeded it and I've chopped it fine. 1/4 cup of French beans that I've chopped fine. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of mixed Italian herbs, 1 teaspoon of red chili flakes, 2 teaspoons of red chili sauce, 2 teaspoons of pizza pasta sauce, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper powder, and 1/4 cup or 1/4 cup of cheese that I've just cut it up into small cubes. Now just mix all of this together, and this is going to be the filling. Now I'm just going to dust my work surface with a little bit of whole wheat flour, and then I'm going to take the dough and just roll it out to around 1 inch of thickness. And then I'm going to take a round vati or a cutter like this and cut shapes. Now here I've got my uppay stand. I'm just going to add a few drops of ghee. You can also add butter. And then I'm just going to place these rounds into the stand. And I'm just going to make a few holes with my fork. So now this is ready. Now all you have to do is just add the filling that we've prepared. And with the quantity of dough, I got about almost 15 of these small little pizza cups. And then I'm just going to put this uppay stand on a low to medium flame, cover it and cook it for about 7 to 8 minutes on a low to medium flame. Just keep checking it in between. And after that, just switch off the flame and let it come to room temperature. And then all you have to do is just demold it, and this lovely treat is all ready. So I hope you give this recipe a try. This is actually So here are all the ingredients and the other things that you will need. Now here I've taken exactly 1 cup of sieved besan or chickpea flour. I've actually sieved it. Then I've taken 2 cups of buttermilk. I will leave a recipe of how to make homemade buttermilk as well as homemade curd or dahi. This is some salt to taste. Here is about half a teaspoon of turmeric or haldi powder and 1 teaspoon of ginger and green chili paste. So I've used half an inch of ginger and about 2 light green chilies and made it into a very fine paste. You can alter that according to your taste. Then we require some freshly grated coconut for the garnish, or the stuffing rather, as well as some freshly chopped coriander or kothambir. Then this is for the tadka. So here I have some fresh curry leaves. I have half a teaspoon of hing or asafoetida, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera, and half a teaspoon of mustard seeds or mohri or rye. So these are all the ingredients that you will need. It's as simple as that. A nice large mixing bowl. Then we require, you can whisk so that we get a very smooth paste. Then a nice non-stick pan. Use a non-stick pan because it really helps a lot. Then a nice spatula, and for spread, and also these huge plates, steel plates, and I'm not going to grease them or oil them, just wipe them very, very clean. You don't need to add any grease them with any oil. And then you just require some kind of a spreader. Now if you have a spreader like this which is used in baking, you can use that. You can use a normal a spatula like this, or you can just use a normal ulatna that we have at home to make our puris or chapatis, or you can just use a regular spatula too, or you can just use a steel vati also. You just need to spread out everything. Now we're going to start with the recipe. We're just going to mix all the dry ingredients together, also add the ginger and the green chili paste, and then we're going to add this buttermilk, and we're going to make this into a very, very smooth paste. We don't want to have any lumps in this paste, so ensure that you have no lumps in this batter. So one good way is that you can, sieve your your besan or chickpea flour. Now on a very low to medium flame, we're going to add this batter to the non-stick pan, and we're going to nicely stir it for at least 2 to 3 minutes. That's all that's required. Now when you stir initially, and you lift your spatula with the batter, you will find that it's very liquidy and very watery, and it easily falls off your spatula. And also scrape the sides. See, it's just falling like a normal liquid. But as you keep stirring on a low to medium heat, you will realize that this mixture thickens up really quickly, and you will know when it is of the right consistency, because first of all the entire mixture comes together and starts leaving the sides of the pan, and secondly when you lift the spatula and plop it, it will just it'll be like a thick batter, and it will just plop. It will not flow down like it was initially when when I showed you that I just lifted it up like a liquid. It just fell off here, it plops down. Now the best idea is to use a whisk and just stir for another minute or so. The whole process, I put my timer on my phone. It took me exactly 3 minutes. So keep it on a low to medium flame and whisk it so you get this very smooth consistency, and you get this lovely bright yellow color. See, when I'm lifting it up, it's just plopping down. So we're just going to whisk it for another few seconds, and then I'm going to turn off the heat. We want this very smooth, shiny, silky paste. And that's it. The batter is ready. Just scrape down the sides, and you will see when you're moving the thing, the entire mixture, it's just leaving the sides of the pan. That's why it's ideal to use a non-stick pan. So put a timer on your phone or your watch, take about 2 to 3 minutes. Now our mixture is all ready, and when it's very hot, piping hot, you just have to take a little blob of it, put it on the back of this plate, and then spread it out immediately. You don't have to let the mixture cool down, otherwise it will harden. So what you can do is you can keep another person, take someone's help in your family and ask them to keep whisking the mixture as you spread it out on your steel plates, and then just even it out like this. You can use the back of a small vati, you can use ulatna, but ensure that it is even and there are no gaps in between. This is a very fast process once you put the mixture down. And then let this dartleaves cool down for 10 minutes. Then with you can just turn the rim, and when it starts sliding out, you know that, okay, fine, my mixture is ready to roll. And then just to get an even, vadi, we're just going to cut off the edges so that we get, squares. Don't discard them. You can just put a little bit of foodni or tadka on them, and they taste delicious. And now just cut them up into even sized pieces, and then just garnish them with this fresh coconut and fresh coriander, and then just roll them like this. Make them as tight as possible, and then arrange them on a plate, because we have to put the tadka or the forti. And the reason I've not greased the plates is because you don't need to, because if you grease the plate and then you try to spread the mixture on top of it, it just it doesn't stick. So this is my husband Abhijit doing it. He's much better at it than me. In fact, he's a much better chef and cook than me. He also is very passionate about cooking. We are not chefs as in chefs, but we love cooking. But yeah, his y'all guys need to check out Abhijit's. I just can't remember the recipe just now. Risotto, mushroom risotto recipe. Just type mushroom risotto Akshata's recipes. He's made the entire risotto and it's amazing. So now I've just arranged all of this, on the plate, and now I'm just going to give this a tadka or a forni, and with just 1 tablespoon of oil. And then once my oil is heated up, I'm going to add all of the forni ingredients, and I'm just going to pour this evenly on all of the SURALI CHI VADI or vadis or KHADVI as it's called in Gujarati. But this is such an ideal snack, or you can have it whenever hunger strikes, or whenever your family's hungry and you just want to give them a quick snack. And this does come with practice, but guys, try it out. Don't be afraid that okay, it's not going to turn out well. It will. Just practice with it, and you definitely will get it, and you'll be so happy with the end result. So let's see today's lovely coconut chutney and coconut chutney sandwiches. So here I've taken half a cup of freshly grated coconut. Try to use fresh coconut rather than using coconut which is in the refrigerator. 1/4 cup of fresh coriander. 2 light green chilies that I've just chopped fine. 2 cloves of garlic that I've chopped fine. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. 1 inch of ginger which I've just grated, about 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, and some salt to taste. So these are the very few ingredients that you require, and a little bit of water, about 2 to 3 tablespoons to grind while grinding this chutney. So I'm just going to add all of these ingredients to my mixer. Now this chutney can be also used, for idlis, dosas, upma. And today I'm going to show you how to make chutney sandwiches using this lovely, fresh and delicious chutney. So I'm just going to add all the ingredients, squeeze the lime. And then I'm just going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water, and I'm going to grind this to this paste, and our chutney is ready. So I'm just going to transfer this to a nice airtight glass container. And I store it in the refrigerator in the chiller section for about 2 to 3 days. Do not store this fresh coconut chutney for more than 2 to 3 days, because then coconut is perishable, doesn't have a very long shelf life. So try to use the chutney within about 2 to 3 days. Now I'm going to just take 4 slices of sandwich bread. Try to use the thick sandwich bread, which is wider also, and just cut off the edges. If you like the edges, you can keep the edges, but I like to make them without the edges. And I use the edges to make some breadcrumbs so it doesn't go to waste also. So just take off the edges of the sides, and now I'm just going to apply a little bit of butter to all the 4 slices. Just a little, not too much. This helps us to, it elevates the taste of the sandwich, as well as it helps us to, nicely spread out the chutney too. So I'm just going to evenly spread out this green fresh coconut chutney. Put a nice generous helping of it onto one of the buttered slices. Just spread it out with a knife like this so it gets spread to all the corners of the bread. And then just place another buttered slice on top of it. And now we're just going to cut it up into half. And then if you like these mini sandwiches, which we at our place like really a lot, I'm going to cut it up again. So I'm going to get 4 sandwiches out of 2 slices. And they look really pretty when they are, in this, mini like this. So with the butter and the chutney, it tastes simply delicious. So do give this recipe a try, guys.